morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Good morning. You know, I will never get nobody name up. They was like, they was like, is that a wig? What was that? I said, I don't know. I don't do hair. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say the other women that was in there. Some that at the, the Mariners, they was laughing at the gym with me this morning and said, we know you gonna put them hairstyle. I said, I am. So I know, because we got 130. I said, I am. I'm gonna put it up there. Now, one downvote is Liddell or Candace. I'm not messing with you. Rocket, cold. But look who they said that was Crockett. We got Stephen A. Smith attacking her now. Jasmine Crockett.
Attacking our whole nationality, so it ain't nothing new with him. He's the fastest race. He all that. He let you know who he is. He ain't holding him up.
But he black.
Stephen Miller ain't.
No, Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, man.
I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith. You ain't see how they said to I said, y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. I mean, listen, hey, some laugh with you, some laugh at you. They laughed at me plenty of times. I laughing too, shit. But hey, it is what it is. But boy, we was rolling. They was like, you gonna put them pictures up? I said, I am. She the one brought up content. She said, are they trying to use stuff for content? I said, well, she gave it to me. This what I had wanted to say. I was watching one guy. I was looking for his video. And he was talking about, like in Chicago, when they raided the hotel. And I get both sides, not the hotel, the apartment complex. But, and as he was breaking it down, and it was like what they doing is, what they not telling people is, and it's bad on both sides, but these was the ones that the Democrats had. Remember they took them to Martha's Vineyard and everything?
Yeah.
What's up?
I just can't fathom that, right? Like, I'm still stuck on, you touch my kids, I'm touching you. It's that serious. And the fact that he's just letting this man skate by, but a dude who does something peaceful, that rallies the community to do something peaceful, right? How often do we see people today get groups of people together, rile them up, and go set them loose? Jed Stratton gathered a group of people, got them focused, and did something productive, and he's the fucking monster? This is some bull.
What's up, family? I was in the background. What it do, what it do, what it do. Good, beautiful morning. Good, beautiful morning. Good, beautiful morning to y'all. Let me see who all tapped in to come check on old Otis this morning. We got Concrete Jungle. What it do, good brother, what it do. The lovely Mama Quill, the lovely Avis Hopkins in the building. The Way of Jesus Christ live stream is in the building. Shout out to my Gaddis clan. Hassan Pinchback in the building. The lovely Carolyn Hendricks in the building. The lovely Kobe Fatty is in the building. We got all the beautiful women coming in. We got Cassandra Scott, the lovely Deborah Luna. We got Constance, Denise Cousins. Good morning to you, beautiful ladies. Good morning, good morning. We got Gaddis Lawn Care and Landscaping is in the building. What Hassan said, great nip last night with interview of hey, listen, we coming with it. We coming with it, family. We coming with it. The lovely Sharon and the lovely Deborah O'Neill is in the building. Family, today, I'm gonna let y'all come in. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do a public service announcement. That's why I titled today's show the public service announcement, because I don't like a lot of stuff that I'm seeing out here. I'm just going downright, we're gonna get to it. The lovely Demetria Brown is in the building. Thank you for tapping in. The lovely Erica Gaddis. Look, the women are in the building. It's Women's Month anyway. Shout out to the ladies who came in to see old Otis. The dude is 1-2. You heard? Put a little groove, a little rhythm into my two-step. But good morning, ladies. Good morning. Good morning. I need like 300 of y'all in the live with me. And we got I Ain't Going Nowhere. She came with a proof with me. You heard? Good morning, family. Supporting from Philly. Happy hump day. Great nip last night. I was in the trees watching. Good job. Hey, thank you. Hey, shout out to our team, man. Shout out to the 810 firm, man. Shout out to KD. Y'all might know as Keisha Denise, Marcia A. Tarver. Shout out to them and the rest of the firm. You heard? Wanda Smith, the lovely Wanda Smith. We got the lovely Coretta H in the building. I ain't want to mess up your last name, beloved. What's up? The ladies are in. What's up, Pop Gaddis? Okay, the fellas is tapping in with me. Pop Gaddis is in the building. Good. We got a new one. Hey, fellas, y'all letting too many women. I love them coming in here. We need more. We got Allie Nicole Gaddis Rivers in the building. New one. How you doing, beloved? How you doing? I'm ain't nothing but the ladies is in the building. I can talk to y'all all day. I have no problem talking to y'all. I can rap to you. Family, let me go on here. You know what? I'm not gonna be petty. I don't want nobody to be petty, but it's being petty telling the truth. That's some of the things we gotta ask. It's being petty telling the truth. What? Let me go back and redo this. Being petty telling the truth. I'm gonna tell you, family, this is what I don't like about it. It's not letting me log in today. Okay, it's saying we don't have that. I don't know why it's giving me a hard time getting into this thing. Okay, there we go. I found it. What? Nah, that's not it there. That's not what I was trying to get into. Okay, here we go. This is straight up madness what they got me going through to get into my Facebook page. But I'm gonna let y'all come on in so we can get to this madness right here today. Since social media has turned this thing inside out. What the hell is going on today? Is it this bad? Let me see. Oh, I got in, family. It finally let me in. It finally let me in. Did I miss anybody? Deborah O'Neill with that $1.99. Thank you, beloved, with the super chat $1.99. We got the lovely Avis Hopkins and tapped in. How you doing? Big Mama Gaddis in the building. We got Kobe Fatty, a.k.a. Elizabeth P. Finney, the lovely one. You heard? Let me see. Blakey Gaddis. Okay, well, shout out to my Gaddis clan. I know y'all going to come support old Otis. Did I miss anybody? I don't want to miss nobody. Okay, but fam, we got to do a public service announcement. This is what I will say. I know people might not like everything that we doing, but I think people who running should be more worried about what you got on social media or anytime you was acting up on social media. And I'm just throwing that out there. That's just free game. Go clean up y'all social medias if you can do that. I'm just saying, I'm not running for nothing. So whatever I put on my social media, I can deal with it. I'm not running for nothing. But I'm just saying, just because people is putting out who got their signatures turned in, don't let that disturb you. Because what that's showing is you don't have thick skin. You cannot be, you know what I'm saying? If it don't apply, let it fly. But people got the right to know listen, if it's the information is being made available and it get put out there, we are a podcast. And we gonna talk about things that's going on in Flint. You cannot do not let what's going on social media, because if you come into social media, you being just as bad as what you're trying to call out. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? If it don't apply, let it fly. I wouldn't even mention it. Oh, no problem. No problem, good brother Pastor Gaddis. No problem. The lovely Felicia Martinez then tapped in, coming all the way from New Jersey by way of the East Coast. I'm just saying, because like some of the stuff I'm seeing on 1 minute, if we looking at social media, like, and then you coming back to social media, I just look at it like, man, I just say clean the Facebook page up. If you got any incriminating evidence, if anything you might have done wrong, clean it up. I mean, that should be more on what should be more worried about. Clean it up. like what you gonna do out here, because like right now, I wouldn't even let that bother me. You know, for whoever got their signatures in, who don't, you don't let that bother you. That shouldn't even be nothing. Good morning, Tasha Lynn. Thank you for tapping in. That shouldn't be not even nothing to be bothering people. But that's what we saying, family. Now you see how easily like little stuff like that. You want people who can stay on. Yeah, you want people who can stay on task at hand. You can't worry about the side distractions. I'm just being honest with people. No, I'm just saying a lot of things you can't. You know, Tony. No, listen, brother. I listen. I'm just saying, because a lot of things that we do in the way of old is not the way of the new. I'm just trying to put that out there. Let me see. I got me a sponsor. Shout out to Felicia Martinez. She be coming. Mickey Roll Caller, sponsored by Dr. Shirley Jackson for developing the technology behind caller ID and call waiting. Women's History Month. Listen, we're gonna celebrate y'all all year. This ain't gonna give it a month. Celebrate y'all all year. You know, we ain't gonna put a limit on greatness. But I'm just, we got the lovely Terry Nixon coming in. I just want to put this a little caveat I'm gonna go over. I'm still dropping Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Terry Nixon, y'all deacon. Just throw that little caveat out there. Okay, let me get back to the show. I'm just saying we gotta kind of figure this out, because like that, I'm just saying, I'm just saying anybody that's running, get your social media game together. It's no different than if you was applying for a job and they check your social media. Like I say, get your social media together. Clean that up. If you got anything that can come back and hunt you. That's what I would be more focused on. Hey, concrete. Facts. JWC ain't lie. You have to be thick-skinned to sit up there and know. And so we already know a lot of people don't have no thick skin. That's what we should be talking about. Christine Chandler, thank you for tapping in, beloved. But it's on and popping, though. I just want you to know that. Terry Nixon is on and popping. Everything back good, dropping the deacon. Oh no, for sure, Tony. That's why it's called America's Most Wanted today. That's why. This is why I use that legendary cover for a reason. It's a reason for it. Right, new one. Yeah, political. See, I think what happened, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, because I want to be honest. I think for sure, the lovely, I gotta put her up here. Eleanor Wicker has landed in the chat. Good morning, beloved. I'm just saying, I'm being honest. And I agree with you, doing political jobs are not for the weak. And I think that's what we kind of getting. And I'm not being funny. I'm going to be honest. You know how people get caught up thinking, if this person can do it, I can do it. And I think that's what's really going on now. I'm not saying people who run it are not qualified, but there's a whole bunch who are not qualified to be running. And that's the sad thing about Flint. What's up, Rodney Thomas in the building? Thank you for tapping in, good brother. I think that's what's really, I thought. Yeah. That's why I did. That was legendary, Conk. It was for a reason, because I want to kind of shake something up today, make them mad, but in an honest way, not mad. I'm just saying we be having people that we wouldn't even vote for. Let's be honest. We see people jumping up there. I'm not saying the ones who ain't not qualified, but I still think you have to have the men. Do people have the mental capacity to be a council person? We already done seen with people who ain't thinking. We didn't have more people up there that's not thinking than anything. Flint wouldn't be in this situation. They couldn't easily be, wooed by money, because all of us, everybody gonna be broke. You know what I'm saying? Most people live in paycheck to paycheck, and I'm not trying to knock nobody, but mess around and don't pay bills for 4 months, and that'll let you know how you living, paycheck to paycheck. Let me see what Mama Quill said. Politics is a dirty game. If you can't stand the heat in the kitchen, stay in the dining room. You heard? The room. Because I think a lot of people just thinking they can get up there and people post it. Like, we ain't watch people. Like, I'm just being straight up with thank you, Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis. I'm just saying we didn't watch some of them people we done ran with, far as in this political scene and podcast. Let me say that. Some of them, I wouldn't go say I will vote for everybody. I'm gonna be honest with you. We didn't have enough time to see people strengths and weaknesses. And like with mine, most time we show our weaknesses more than strength. We'll have some good moments, and we'll take that one good moment and try to live off of it till eternity. What's up, Miss Eunice Jackson? Miss Eunice is in the building. Thank you, beloved. I'm just saying, like, you need people with thick skin. And we not getting thick skin. We getting people who can't handle criticism, and damn sure gonna want the money. Granny G is in the building. Thank you for tapping in. I'm just being seriously, like you can see so many, like, and I ain't trying to knock nobody, but I'm just saying things like that. When if you can be shaking off simple things, what you think gonna happen if you get put on big things? We done seen many people fold up under pressure on some of the smallest things. And that's why I am going to say, y'all make sure y'all vet these people that's running. You had enough time to study them. Flint on the yay big. You're going to know somebody to know somebody to know somebody. You'll know who already they connected with. The lovely Linda Chilton has landed in the building. Thank you, beloved, for tapping in. I mean, we got to be honest. We didn't seen enough of all these friends. Like I said, I done seen people was cool today, dead at each other, and back cool years later. I'm just saying, we done seen, I done seen people play the games, and I want a stable-minded person that's up in them seats. Not none who gonna be just running off. Because I think a lot of time people don't understand, and I'm just saying a lot, because I was just a fan of seeing Eric work down there at council. But with how he was working, some people might have think he was just being loud when really he was fighting for real things. And I think people people like, okay, I can, because they've been around you. I could do that. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? The man was brilliant in a lot of things. Just because you might have seen something that he would go ahead and tackle, everything ain't meant to be tackled. But she knew on something. But hey, new one, you're right. Until you have the signatures needed to turn in the clerk, you have not qualified to run. Get the signature. But I think, and I think that's what it is. I think sometimes people might get mad. Well, listen, they say, only hit dogs holler. If it don't apply, let it fly. But this is how sometimes you can be, in my humble opinion, and it's just my opinion. This is sometimes we can also show we may be not qualified to run for certain things. If you so easy to be, you can easily be, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we not qualified to run for plenty of things. I'm not going to lie. Y'all know, I don't know why 21 run. No, he not qualified. Not because he can come, like I say, a broke clock can be right twice a day. But he got to, man, you got to have more than just you getting up on council. You got to be able to know how to will and deal. And you got to know how to know business. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. Because as you've seen, we didn't have council people easily can be manipulated. You see in Liddell, mad right now. If the mayor wouldn't have did what he did to her, he'd still have his 5 votes. Now, can you imagine? And much as we want to talk about Liddell, listen, she came up here, got in, and got to get money. She just ain't know it's a time when you have to cut off the faucet. Hey, Allen, and you taking my word, he was a political sign. And you got people just because they thought they rolled with him. I'm not saying all. Y'all know which ones I'm talking about. Not all. But some be thinking, because I know what to do. And you can just see in some of their demeanors on what's going on. You can see on some of their demeanors, like, man, you just took the part where you was seeing where he was confrontational with the things he was fighting for. That's what you took and think that's what you're supposed to do. Good morning, the lovely Sherry Allen is in the building. And I don't think a lot of them is like that. Y'all smash that like button. Felicia got to tell y'all, please hit that like button for me. I'm going to beg of you to do it. Hit that like button. But I'm just saying, we got to be honest, man. Like a lot of them situations, they shouldn't be running. I'm going to be honest with you. If ain't nobody told you, what's up, KD? I'm going to be honest. A lot of them shouldn't be running. Not qualified. You could just see what they be out here doing, not qualified. Flint don't need no more new experiments. They need some people that's going to get it in and do the work. I'm going to be honest with you. Flint needs some people that can go in there and that can do the work. I'm just going to be honest with you. We didn't have enough. Good morning, the lovely Luana Terry in the building. I'm just saying, that's my, public service announcement. Dude, quit taking this stuff too serious. If you cannot handle it, don't get in it. Because it's politics season. Don't you know people finna be really going in people past and seeing what they done? That's why I'm saying go ahead and get your Facebook cleaned up. Because just be honest, we had 21 and not even just, it was a little mini video of him, all the mistakes that he done made. That's what I'm saying. Get your social media page cleaned up because this is a job, whether you want to believe it or not. Miss Karaja Smith in the building. Thank you for tapping in. Good brother Tony Terry then tapped in. Good morning, coming from Miami-Dade County 305 in the building. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Let me see who else. What Alan said. Alan said he was brilliant. Man, he's asked the question. Facts. That's not what I was telling y'all one time. You actually know the question. Yeah, no, he good. He just took some time off. He got some family came up. He got some family came up, so we just running it right now. I just told him go ahead. He family up, things he taking care of. We getting it together over here. We holding it down. Let me see, Miss Tia. Thank you for tapping in. Let me see. Mays and Neely understood politics. Oh crap! Hold on one second, family. Hold on. The devil just called. Hold on. I gotta get you plugged in for the people can hear you. Hold on. You just running off at the mouth and people gotta hear. They gotta hear. I gotta work some magic over here. I gotta work some. Just hold the phone up to the microphone. Can y'all hear the devil? Yo. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear the devil. You know what? You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. You ain't never gonna be nothing. You say what? Just nothing. Who ain't nothing? Just nothing. Can they hear me? Can y'all hear Winters? Because I can hear you in my headphones. Oh, the one. They can hear you. They say they hear the devil.
Okay. And then, excuse me. He is a great person. I usually don't talk like that, but he brings out the best in me. Mm-hmm. Listen, so I got some news hot off the press this morning.
Hold on. You got some what? You got some, hold on. Let me do the right
breaking
thing.
News.
Okay, you say you got breaking news.
Breaking news, dog.
Breaking news. That's what you...
Breaking news. You about to put up the little blink.
Yeah, I'm finna. I got you. Okay, I ain't got your breaking news, but I got your word on the street now.
Now, from sources are telling me that, huh?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, sources are telling me that court is over right now for Leon. They go back in May. I do believe the right day is May 18th. I could be wrong. I don't know. It's still early. There were only 3 people in court this morning with Beverly Biggs. Some more people decided to show up today. Her mother was also there. And Councilwoman Deltanya Burns was also in the house. However, Kiki didn't show up today, so she was not there. So they went again before Judge Hannibal. Judge Hannibal, we know, was the judge that was appointed by Governor Whitmer, and then he won the election the next time. However, him and Leon seems he gets pretty much Leon gets his way with this judge. We're gonna have to keep a good eye on Judge Hannibal. So what they did today was Judge Hannibal said, let him free. And so he's right now, Leon is getting that ankle bracelet off, and so he's free to roam around the city. So I just wanted to put a special alert out to all of the residents. Leon is free. And he is free to roam around for as long as he please, all night if he wants to. So lock your doors and lock your car doors and close your windows. And I'm also seeing that his auntie was there in court allegedly, and she threw out the bitch word to Tanya Burns and Kiki's mama. So I'm just telling you what I hear, word on the street. This is what's going on. So that's all I got for you today. You can carry on.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Yeah, peace. As y'all see, she came in and just blew the show. Now, everybody got to be worried. I'm telling you. Hey, listen, well, family, only thing I can say is it is what it is. So y'all be aware, Debo is on the prowl. That's why I didn't ever want to mess with it anyway, to be honest with y'all. But we cool. It is what it is. It is what it is. We ain't bumping it. Well, listen, it's strange out here. But that goes back when you dealing with that boule-ish. When you locked in, allegedly. Damn, we got the whole boule. It is what it is, family. But let me get back to it. It's a must we get some people on that council seat. It's a must. We get people. Like I say, right now, ain't nobody got time to be playing with people who think they can do the job. I don't want nobody who think they can do the job. Yeah, you right, Mama Quill. That wasn't no surprise. No surprise. Hey, new one. That's why I be saying you can't even want to get. That's why when I'm saying you don't know who these people know. You don't be knowing. Everybody be so tied in. That's why I remember when we was at the at that FNU meeting, Flint Neighborhood United. Do the law? No. It's down there like the Epstein files. If you billionaires, it don't apply to you. It said when you take a moment from selling soul at the beauty supply store to give us the tea, that's what you call dedication. Shout out to Ray, aka Winters. For sure. I'm discombobulated. Like, and this is the stuff we get. We got so much stuff going on, it don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. Say, when is the trial actually going to start? Let's just say it ain't. They might as well just go and wrap this thing up and let it go back to where it is. Yeah, but you got to have some type. I never seen nothing like this before though. But I keep telling y'all, if it be my ass, I'm gonna be in there. I'm telling you what I know. This is the game that you play, but this is nothing new. I don't know why we be acting like we haven't seen this playbook before. Do I got to take us down a history lesson? This is the game that we being played with. When you there to do a job, they expect. Yeah, when you there to do, for sure. For sure. I mean, listen. If I'm gonna say this, if we really been thinking that we was gonna get some help from the judicial system, if we think we was gonna get some help from government, we've been sitting here lying to ourselves. And I don't know why we like this was nothing new. Our life in America, I'm just gonna be honest with you, is considered really shit. We 3/5. I don't care what people say. Oh, we not hell. Look how we be treated. Even when you can see some wrong. And I'm gonna go with this residency. Even when you can see it, they look past it. But I don't think we woke up yet and realized that it's all right when we doing it to us. Now I'm gonna tell you when we if people didn't understand what happened with the Mitchell boys, and I hate to bring that up, but there's so many other situations that we could bring up. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? There's so many other situations that can be brought up. What's up, Kevin Taylor? We said yes, you did say they. Oh well, yeah, Winter's right. Felon, them tellers are mostly a joke anyway. If anybody watching them, I don't think it's gonna look good if the state don't follow through on it. But you know what? You don't know. Like they might they might keep it. You know what I'm saying? I like I say, I'm not surprised by nothing going in Flint. Like I say, you running, people be running to people keep forgetting when Sis Audrey went to Inez Brown. They forget about that. They forget about it. And I was telling people then. People then we supposed to expect that Davina was gonna all of a sudden overnight get right. Why you think look at the people you got running for council? That's why anybody think they can run for council. Anybody think they can run for council. And then we expecting the ones that's finna run, get in that seat, they're gonna get on there and change the situation with the water. Like they can't change that situation with that water. And not to the people who want it fixed, want it done. I don't know, like some of this stuff. And I don't even think if you got a new mayor, is he gonna go off track and go against the situation? No. Because he know he'd be a one term. I don't know, I think we get kind of confused, or we done got so because we was able to go to Las Vegas, go to Miami. We was able to, you know what I'm saying? Look how easy it is for us to be bought off. You can tell when people get money, what's the first thing they go do? Go get a car. They gonna start buying clothes. Never bought stuff like that before. You could just tell, which is terrible. I'll get a mayor this if he is cheap, he's smart. He not the show he is. That's why you see people like Liddell. You can tell she blow through her bag when she get it, and she wants some more. Let me see. Still in the ARPA money. Identical written signature, women being abused with evidence, and there's still no conviction. Diabolical. I mean, but to be honest with you, Alan, a lot of time people's situations be dire. You know what I'm saying? We don't be, and then a lot of the time the people who might can help ain't gonna just get you know what I'm saying? If you ain't gotten, I'm gonna say this, if you ain't really a millionaire, man, you can't really help nobody. Yeah, but you know what, Irma, this what it. So even with all that being said, we can't stop nothing. Just think about it. We can't stop nothing. We get in them positions and we use the same tactics that was used on us. Against us. I'm just saying we'll do the same thing. When you heard the mayor say, look, I can't lose my voting base, because he know we wasn't getting out there to vote for him. Let's be honest. Not enough that will push them through the line. So let's just be honest. Even with that, that's why I remember. Listen, man, we get new people trying to come in and fight some of these political dynasties that's been putting down Flint. I mean, been running Flint for the last 30 years, maybe 40 years, 50 years. And we talk about the mayor, like far as how he connected. What about the people that he connected to? How they weaving through this thing? So really, what can you do? Even when you can find out, if you go look and see if judges donated to campaigns, like we act like we don't watch movies where you see what corruption. And I'm not saying if this judge is, and I'm just saying in general. Like I told y'all, we didn't seen prosecutors. Go look at Tamir Rice. Let's go at the current one. What happened to the young brother down in Mississippi? You get suicide. Go look down in Atlanta for Kendrick Johnson, how they fighting for his family. I mean, I'm like, we acting like this it's like this is something new. Like we shouldn't be expecting when they go hang you or do this and that. Like we acting like we what, 100 years from lynchings? What, about 50 years from, I mean, look, in Flint, you couldn't go past Hamilton without a card. I remember the mother that came down there and said that. We acting like this is something new. I mean, I guess because y'all can go, they let y'all come to some of their parties and you can go hang out. They give you money. You can go catch flights. You can do all of that. But yet your people still in shame and living in filth. Good morning to lovely Beverly Biggs Levy in the building. That's and I don't think new and that's what I don't think the people don't really want to be honest and tell that. See, we're not getting people that's really know that's gonna tell it. They might get behind the scenes and say it and then want to whisper it to you, but you don't say nothing. And this is why the situation we seeing where we at now. Good morning, no trouble. I mean, and I can't forget what Dennis said. When Dennis said that to AC Dumas, when he told him majority black council, and y'all can't get nothing to go north of the. He ain't said verbatim. Said the north of the Flint River. I just put that in north of the Flint River. Why ain't no money went that way? But these people finna be coming to you, and y'all gotta watch. Most of these people who is probably running is really trying to help themselves. Let's be honest with that. Some of these people is really trying to help themselves. Let's be real, because there's been so much fighting going on. And a lot of them, I will say this, I'm going to put it out there. A lot of them still holding on that they waterwords. And I'm excluding Mama Claire Clinton out of that because she down there. What's up, Nikki? So tricky. Thank you for tapping in. A lot of them, well, I'm a waterword. The water not fixed. So the job is not done. And some of them people is cool with the same people who benefited off the water, to be honest, that $100 million. So you can go off into a lot of things and be showing how people, the games that's being played. So I'm just saying, so when y'all looking at these people that's coming up here want to run, make sure you going to get some who going to talk about the citizens. I don't want to hear about how you going to save yourself. We already know that's a given. If you get in that seat, you going to help yourself. That ain't nothing you got to tell me. I want to know how you going to be able to help. Are all 9 of y'all going to be on the same page? Because that's one thing they should all be on. Get the water fixed. But when you just think about it, Judy a water denier. Candace another one. And she got a water lab, allegedly. I don't know if her thing's still in action. I'm just saying she work at a testing lab. You got Liddell. All she wanted some money. She not caring. She done told the second ward so many times. You seen the first ward, then came up from when he got in that seat. Third ward, you see, got her house done. Let's be honest. And the thing with Judy, I'm gonna go with allegedly with the kitchen. Why you didn't get the kitchen fixed before you got on council? And I don't care about who know you and say they did this. Listen, I don't want to hear none of that. Because y'all would be the same ones that's telling me we need to go fight a war. And you can't tell me why we over there fighting. Is we fighting because we to help us? Oh, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. I don't want to hear none of that. We getting stuff like, that's what I'm saying. They can see everything going on over there, but can't see what's going on over here. Right. Make sure there's no connection to a nonprofit. You got to think about it. Liddell got Cyrus Park then because she changed herself. We supposed to be like, oh, she put her friend name on it. Like some of this stuff, you can't make it up. Candace was trying to get her $300,000 to her job and got caught saying it. That's why we end up getting pushed to the back because they didn't want to get caught saying it when she was leaning over to Eva. That's my job when Quincy shut that shit down. But see, ain't nobody talking about that. Candace didn't get on there to help the residents. And I'm gonna say it. I sat up there and listened to that man. I can't think of that the fella name that was at the FNU when he said he got with Candace to talk about the fires, the property, the blight, the abandoned houses. It's so easy, and I do get it. It's so easy to say. And like I said, and this is coming from the mayor's office, the administration, the people he picked. First, it went from it was the bums who were setting the homeless, let's say the homeless people who were setting the houses on fire. I don't, they were setting it on, but yet we were seeing Northern was getting caught on fire. You see all these other, but it was the homeless was doing it. And let me, then it was the people who houses was next to them. They were setting them on fire because they was thinking that would get the house dead quicker. Like, dude, what the fuck? Like, this is the type of stuff they be throwing out here. This is the type of stuff they be like. We supposed to just sit up there and the reason they can talk more shit because don't nobody be saying nothing. You have the same ones who be saying something, but when you ain't got council filled up listen, family, the mayor couldn't even get 100 people to come down to council from the residents. Let that sink in for a minute. Couldn't get 100 people to come down to council. And y'all thinking ain't no cheating going on in that clerk office? Said, let me see what. I'm just saying, put your thinking cap on. They at one point published the hanging of a black person in the newspaper. This was a family event for them. So they had picnics. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't be want to. And when I hear that stuff, we don't want to be honest about what's going on. That's just like Flint is a predominantly black city. This is why to me it's like they don't. You can't have a mayor that's sitting up here watching people die from cancer, kidney disease, and it's just like it's all right. I don't care about if it was. We can get up here and insinuate, this person, they love their parents. If they did, they would be fighting harder to get the water fixed. See, we're going to quit playing this game saying who love their people and who don't. I cannot believe, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't believe no person who got money who letting their parents still live in Flint and they know the water bad. I can't believe it. I cannot believe they would love they people. I don't even, if you seeing your family bathing in it, I don't believe they love black people. I'm going to just be honest with you. I don't believe they do. No, in fact, she wasn't paying attention. No, Candace got told to come to that meeting, new one. She got told to come to that meeting. And I'm being honest. I don't believe even neighboring mayors. Like they say, they got love for Flint. I don't know. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't know if Flint really got friends. I don't know. We sit up here I don't know if Flint got people who really love him from the neighbor because I don't know. And I'm going to go with, because what was the black meeting was down there? What was it in Battle Creek or Ben High? I don't know. Put it in the chat if I can get it right. Do you think they really love the people from here if they study letting this mayor come down there and knowing the people are suffering here? You can't, even when I go to like I said, even at the FNU meeting, the mayor shouldn't even been able to come down there to campaign about that $1 million. I think that was so disrespectful. What's up, sweetheart Shell? Thank you for tapping in, beloved. I think that was disrespectful. I think it was. New one. Flint is like a plantation with a black mayor overseer, allegedly. That's how I felt like when I heard the fella when he told Candace, we're gonna, Candace, we sitting down here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest, it was an older white gentleman. Not gonna lie, 'cause I gotta say who it is. But I see Candace will meet with them, but I don't see Candace will have a conversation with Brother Elliott, who a school teacher. That's from the 7th Ward. I don't get it. I don't get it. Even when you see some of the whites, I'm not gonna say some of them was down there was questioning some of the things that was going on. And they could see it. That's like when you see them, we gonna get a police a raise. Like, and the mayor took that, what he did, that put that, the police got, I ain't gonna say got whatever they wanted. But damn, at the same time, look how the police, they did the residents down there at city council. But I still blame the council people for that. All of them. I blame every last one of them. Dennis, it was, you couldn't even get them you couldn't even get a ride. But Liddell made up a lie. But we supposed to sit up here, you know what I'm saying? It's easy. We can go call out. We can get up on here and say, well, this judge is, but you got to call out the whole system is bad. We just want to call out individuals. Let's call out the system. But I get it. A lot of things can happen. They can sick the police. Just go look at Puff Daddy, a billionaire in jail. Epstein files. They start a war. Start a war. And I got this video. I'm gonna play this video from Sabi, but I'm just saying this, but we don't look at none of that. Can't call it out. Can't call it out. We call it out, it becomes a problem. It becomes a problem. I'm listening to some of them organizations that was there. They was bragging about downtown. Downtown. Oh, the farmer's market, this and that. That's all they care about is the farmer's market. That's downtown. But what about the north side? I had to pull up side. What about the north side? We forgetting about the north side. I can't believe the blacks forgetting about it. That's what I'm more mad at. How is the blacks forgetting about the north side? How can they forget about the north side? We just gonna let that shoot over our head. We gonna forget about the north side. Terrible. Let me see where was it at that I can. Oh, here we go. I got it, family. I'm gonna get it together for y'all 1 second because I want to play this. Forgot about it. I mean, Liddell staying on the north side. Leon all over. Third Ward stay on the north side. You mean to tell me they can't get and they want to brag about, like I said, I'll say it again. We bragging about damn near Ashley Capital and what's Lear. Montez, I get it. You'd be able to get enough time to talk about Lear. But I'm saying, but how many people from Flint work at Lear? Is over half of the workforce from Flint? And the family, get the likes up. I can't see it on X. My phone messing up. Said, notice that the mayor hasn't come to any other FNU meetings until he didn't get his $1 million now. And that's what I'm saying, because you know who he was appealing to? Let's be honest. He was only appealing to a certain segment. Then he talking about attendance. They've been had bad attendance record, Mayor. You allowed the city attorney to come in there and say it was optional. Attendance is optional. Was that to cover up for the first ward? Because what he was going through, he wasn't able to be in that seat. Oh, my goodness. Okay, we'll be calling them out. That's what I'm saying, the check registry. I'm like, but I'm just saying, who is allowing this to steady go down like this? Y'all sitting there, look, we had Liddell send opera money to her own, but who else done sent it? Leon was on the opera committee for the third ward, but ran for the first ward. I'm just saying, when you putting all this stuff out here like that, I'm talking about residency. But it's the games that we be playing, but it's all right. But this ain't nothing new. Every time somebody try to tell y'all, it's nothing new, but we sit back, let it go, because this person got made a millionaire. Oh yeah, they got some money, but what about the other down there? Hundreds of thousands of other people that's suffering. We'd be happy because we made 4 people rich. 4 people rich, but the majority of your crew is suffering. That's what we do. Just go look. I'm just saying, look at what Melissa Mays did. Look how they put that out there and had us sitting up there running, talking about bring back the water pods. Like, should we call that crew out? Because I'm pretty sure if they had nonprofits, that money went to that. Allegedly. I ain't got time for her to be trying to come over. The only thing I want to do is get paid for the work I did. But see, we sit up there and bring these people in. Like I said, y'all talk about Channel 12 and y'all will go run to Channel 12 like it ain't nothing. Let me see what Alan said. Most city council meetings across the country across this country, the mayor is in attendance, but not in Flint, Michigan. Shame on you, Neely. Not because they made it where he didn't have to come. They made it where he ain't had to come. Dude, they made it where this woman allegedly a write-in won. That's why I keep telling y'all, do y'all think this meeting is really a meeting? I mean, council, them people really being elected up in it. You don't think there's no cheating going on? Let's see it again. Let's see what this primary. I know we got some months ahead of us, August. Now, if LaShawn don't make it through the primary, is she gonna run it back again? I'm just asking. Y'all acting like Liddell so good. Let me second word. Go ask Liddell, put it on the floor to subpoena the mayor to come there up to council. Do that. This if you really want to see if she with it. Let's see. Well, she still, as you can see, her and the mayor probably doing some negotiations behind the scene. When she said we can ask him to come up here, no, subpoena him. If you saying council is running it, subpoena him. If y'all the purse strings, do the job. Have him come up there. But you ain't got none that Liddell not gonna subpoena the mayor down there. Leon not gonna get. We already know LaShawn gonna be thinking about picking kids up on the bus. Judy is thinking about cats. Candace trying to hold on to that president seat. I mean, hold on to being president and trying to hold on to that 7th Ward seat. So you know them three not doing none of that. The mayor ain't got to tell LaShawn. She know how she got up in there. Now, she could get the big head and feel like she doing the job. That's she can think she got up in there. Go ahead. But you know what, new one? But see, they have been able to do, and that's what I'm saying when you see what 21 did. Why you think they did that? Because they said, don't get it twisted. This mayor, you don't think Neely seen he watched all the other ones do it? Neely seen what he watched the other ones do it. Don't get it twisted. Neely, just like I say 21, when you see how he went up there because he know Davina wasn't going to press that. Neely know when none going to get pressed about what LaShawn did. Same thing with Liddell. Winterton came and told y'all, he told her just, no, don't use you when she was out in Grand Blanc. Said, no, just put your parents' address down. But y'all ain't want to listen to her when she said that. That's what I'm saying, Ms. Karate. That's why, listen, that's why you see people playing the game by residency. They playing the game. I seen it too where people put up their P.O. boxes. You know, I know when nobody's saying nothing about I've been watching the Facebook page. I seen the people put up their P.O. boxes and a lot of people didn't like it. But my thing is, and some of them people, I can honestly say, I'm not gonna lie, do stay in the ward where they, but who want to put up their address when you seeing how these people play? But I get it. I can just tell you, I know one, maybe two do stay where they say they stay at. Well, I know one, I done been to their crib. But I'm just saying, when you dealing with these type of vultures here, I get it. But you shouldn't be able to put a P.O. box down. You should put your address down. But I understand it. Like I say, I'd have been doxxed by Liddell. That's why I ain't giving her no break. When y'all feel she doing better, no, I know she's not. She who she is. Just like I know all these other people, y'all thinking, but I get it. Y'all believe in that friends, brothers, and in-laws deal. I don't. It can be family. If you on BS, I'm gonna call you out. And he learned well by the ones here. I ain't gonna just say the state. He learned. They probably put him up on the other game, like you rub elbows with these people. This how you better do your stuff back home. But no, he learned it damn good about the ones here. Them absentee ballots, shit. Let me see. Tony Terry said, I was watching A10 last night during the band, maybe. Oh, for sure. He did put it down. Let me see. Well, Winter's finna call us up tonight. She said, no, my example is Dugan playing y'all fan favorites to make him look good in our eyes, but no one is benefiting but the ones getting paid. You can get mad at them for getting paid. Winters. What's up, No Games? Thank you for tapping in. Good morning, Common Sense. Winters, and I told you this plenty of times. Go back. Now, I gotta give a shout out to my man Jonathan Joy. You know what I'm saying? He been rocking with us. Y'all know the good brother. I was a councilman from a city councilman from Tennessee. He done been on. Y'all know he was rolling with Mays and if it wasn't for him to tell us how, and he gave me the game. I mean, he put me hip. He was like, and he wasn't lying. He was being honest. He was like, Mickey, listen, man. He said mostly time when them campaigns come in here, you know, they will give money to the council people to do things. You know, campaigning. When they campaigning, they'll do this. So when we were seeing people saying, you know, Chucks and Pearls and this and that, you saw Candace them there, even though some people didn't get paid allegedly from the Kamala Harris campaign. But that ain't not that. I mean, to me, they just show you the type of people that they is. We don't want to be honest and look at it like, because sometimes we might have people that we like. See, we can get up here and call Jesse out, but it's a lot of bunch of little Jessies and Al's running around here that y'all don't want to call out. That's just like they no different than when you see them pastors bring them politicians into them churches and get their congregation to say, this is who we want you to vote for. Who you think getting paid for that? That ain't benefiting the congregation. That's benefiting the pastor. This is no different. But see, we only can see it who we dislike. The people that we like, we not gonna get on here and say, well, you know, they on the take too. When that's why I keep saying it's the system. It's about money. It's about money. That's why I don't be looking at it saying these people are holier than thou. Like, nah, it's about money. I wish they would be more upfront with it, like I am with y'all. I'm trying to get the paper because I know we're gonna keep the lights on. I know it's gonna pay the bills, but I don't know if I can go out sell out like some of them be doing. And Miss Gladys came on here and told y'all it's a uniparty, but the red man was telling y'all and y'all didn't want to listen when he said left wing, right wing, because y'all didn't want to listen to the red man when he was telling y'all. You didn't want to listen. But now y'all sitting up here hoping again that the next people that's finna come work on the plantation, that's finna, which I call city council, that's going to keep you Negroes in order. Let's just be honest. Just think about it. When it was General Motors, they told y'all who to vote for. So if that wasn't control and you think they gonna lose control, y'all really thought they was gonna give up control and telling y'all who to vote for. We getting people, I'm just saying, just look at some of the people that has been on council. Eva. Now I'm not gonna say if Kate Fields. Kate Fields might have been smooth. Might knew. I think she had more sense on politics than Eva had, in my humble opinion. You know, when you rolling through them, like disaster. First ward, all about the Benjamins. I'm not mad. All about the Benjamins. When they say doing the work, they knew that work was already put in. Neely was holding that up. But it just to go to show you how people is. They knew that the mayor was putting his foot on the first ward. Even when you had the people coming out, but you know what they didn't look at, know what they said? Well, I ain't gonna say I was just one. Well, you got to get something. I get it, but you ain't get the right something, like the water fix. And KD, you right. The problem is ain't no money tricking down to the community. They all make deals and use the road to put themselves in. They do. They want to get them a car, ride through the city. You know when they get black men get a car, they want to ride through the city, let the people know they came up. They got to go to Roof Crest and get a meal. They got to let them know they've been to the Bahamas. All you got to do is just look at some of the situations before they got into the nonprofit game. Just think how they would just go look at, go pre. Don't forget, Griggs and Van Buren Flint got 89K people. This is talent. There's talent in Flint. The talent has to rise to the top. But you know what? There's too much of the talent trying to take each other out. You will see they will take each other out. They get caught. They get too much in too much competition amongst each other. I want them to get in competition to do right for the residents. And what I and like I said, I don't know why is it such a big thing. Like, is talking about the water taboo? Facts, Miss Lorraine. Most people don't have a clue what's going on politically here. They only know a person by how nice they are to them when they cross paths. Facts. Facts. And I don't know where the people. It's like they don't want to know. But like I said, the mayor couldn't even get 100 people to come down to council. Couldn't get 100 people when he told them to come down there. Came to the FNU meeting the basically to tell his voting base, look, I need y'all to get on them council members. But what I don't be seeing enough of, to me, the ones who do have the ear to the mayor, won't y'all tell him fix the water? Like I said, I'm at that meeting. I'm hearing how they bragging about how downtown look good, the farmers market, this and that. But what about the north side? You want to brag about, okay, Ashley Capital putting some buildings up. What about the homes? Like, you have people coming down there about roofs. Now we hearing about the people that was doing their stuff was messing it up. Now, how scandalous is that? I'm just saying, like, the way that $94.7 million was mismanaged by the mayor is downright nasty. But he had corporates in it. Yeah, I see Katie Saban 15-minute cities. I see it. Let me pull my video up for y'all. I see it. Because I gotta play this for y'all can really understand what's going on. How nasty this is. Let me go break it down. Let me take it about right here, because this is what I stopped it at yesterday. And this the girl, Sabby. Yeah, he was big mad. He was big mad. But what I'm gonna say is that Larry out hustled people and winning. He running for state rep and got his signatures in. That's what's crazy. But let me play this lady, Sabby. Y'all need to check her out. Let me play this right quick. Let me play this.
YouTube space. People are very, very angry with her, and they are coming after her. I want to show you what Tucker Carlson said recently to Sagar and Jetty, just to put things into perspective for those who may be, clueless or maybe still have doubts about these wars in the Middle East and whether the United States should be involved. I say no, they should not. No, we should not be having any of these wars. But I want you to hear what he said, just in case you're wondering if Candace made the right statement. Listen to this.
So as I said, I flipped to DC 3 times in the last month to try to convince Trump not to do this. It didn't work. It happens. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, boy, this is not going to get better. So then I think I'll fly up again and ask him. I mean, I don't know if anyone else is doing it, so I'm going to try to just declare victory and go home. Like, you can't.
Did you hear what Tucker Carlson just said? Tucker Carlson just told you he went to Trump 3 times to beg of him not to go to war with Iran.
Killed an 86-year-old cleric. Let's just call that a win and then pull back. And so then, meantime, he got convinced to denounce me. Okay, I don't care. I'm going to fly up anyway and see him, right? Even though he's like denouncing me. So I call over there to see, call someone who knows him to see. I said, I'm just going to fly up anyway and tell him this because I think it's so important. And the person says, don't bother, because he's being shown polling that this war is like a 90-10 win for him. And I said, I don't know where that polling is coming from. It's like, I guess you could make any kind of poll, and He's watching Fox News, which is telling him the same thing, and he's getting fake polling. I guess they're only polling Sean Hannity's viewers or something. And so I'm not sure that there's a sense as if this was yesterday, because I was getting so agitated. And
so guys, they're using fake polls, not just also to help Donald Trump with this war, but also to convince the American people to accept this war. If they show you polls that says the U.S. has 90% chance of actually winning a war with Iran, well, then more people might be willing to even real. They're fake polls. This is how the media and the State Department work hand in hand to accomplish this imperialistic, genocidal agenda and to get people to support these wars. This ain't the first time they've been using fake polls. They've been doing this with the war with Iraq as well. Go back to Iraq, go back to Afghanistan. They have been doing this. Now, what Tucker Carlson goes here is that he seems to have this feeling, this impression that Donald Trump must be confused or tricked because of the polls that are being shown to him. And I don't think that has anything to do with it at all. Here's what I think. Remember Donald Trump's first presidency? He was the one that decided that he moved the embassy. Remember that happened under his first term. And Netanyahu was really happy about that. I honestly believe if Donald Trump would have won re-election, this war with Iran would have happened sooner. I believe this has been the plan all along. Now, people say, well, he ran on getting peace and da-da-da. Yeah, people say whatever they want when they're trying to get votes. That's the nature of the game. Doesn't mean they're actually going to do what they said. That's to get you to support them. So I don't believe that Donald Trump is tricked, captured, fooled, bamboozled. I believe that this was always a part of the plan. And he just did what a lot of politicians do. They lied to the voters. Tucker seems to feel as though Donald Trump must be tricked because of these polls and the information that's being put in his face. But Donald Trump has Google just like we do. That's where I disagree with him here with that. I don't think he's tricked. I don't think he's fooled. I think this was always a part of the plan. But he lied to everybody else.
Worried. I don't think that there's a sense that this is unpopular. Like, I think there's an information vacuum here.
There's a massive information vacuum. And, you know, for the president and the administration who declared victory based on internet and vibes and podcasts, let's take a survey, shall we, of every podcast that he appeared on.
Right.
And how do they feel about the Iran conflict? You can look very clearly for yourself. You can look at a lot of the polling of that same demographic, which they were very excited about. Young men in particular, how are they feeling about this conflict? And, you know, if you were saying 90-10, it's not even true in the Republican sense. I mean, the latest one that I saw was like 72% Republicans, which, by the way, Mr. President and everybody in the administration, Bush had 93 for Iraq. And how did that turn out for him? So let's not put all of our eggs in the basket of just because Republican voters are here, that this is all going to be like sunshine and roses.
And I'm not even sure that 93% at that time was real. I think that the State Department and the media, they work together to present a certain narrative to the American people so that you can be in agreement and in alignment with a lot of these foreign policy decisions. Even though a lot of times morally, you will know it's not the right thing, their job is to convince you that it is the right thing. Right? Tucker Carlson said he 3 times went to Donald Trump and told him, do not attack Iran. So when Candace Owens says, don't join the military, why are all these Zionists so angry? Why are they all freaking out? Hell, Israelis calling Candace out for saying this. Why? Why? Because the goal is to get Americans to die for Israel, or anybody to die for Israel, so that they can achieve the greater Israel plan. This video here that someone posted, I think this is from a while back, but I want to remind you of something she was saying back here. Someone added this, her tweet to this, when she was trying to tell people that what was happening was wrong.
I want war with all of you. Okay, all of you. And there's a reason. I'm going to get to that reason in a little bit, but I want war with all of you. So write your articles, issue your statements, email the White House, reach out for comment, okay? Say whatever it is you want to say about me. I want war with all of you. Because I know that this isn't right. And there is no way you are going to convince me and the rest of the world that all of this is normal. I want war.
So that was something Candace said back in the day, again, on her own podcast, when people were coming after her for not supporting Israel still, and she was calling out like the genocide, etc. And my thing is, if someone like her who once had supported Israel, if they can see it's not right, then other people can also see that it's not right.
Local tax experts
coming after her heavily. But I want you to see what's said here, just to give you some perspective. Max Blumenthal shared this. He said, former Israeli Defense Minister Benny Gantz declares that he won't rule out American boots on the ground in Iran. Every U.S. service member needs to see this to understand who's calling the shots. And this is why people are saying you should not join.
Do you think eventually there will be a need for boots on the ground?
I would not exclude it for those reasons or other, but we'll have to see how it goes forward.
And will that include Israeli boots on the ground, do you think?
I exclude nothing. We've been waiting for 47 years, and we came to a point that every necessary means should be taken in order to achieve our goals.
In order to achieve their goals. So do you see the problem, ladies and gents? They don't rule it out. They don't care if troops die. They don't give a damn. They want their goal, their project, and they're willing to sacrifice Americans for doing so. You know who else is willing to do that? The President of the United States. I don't believe it was just six soldiers that were killed. I don't believe that. I think that number is higher. They've been known to lie about numbers before. Let's go to the next part here, Eric. So I don't believe it. I think a lot of you don't either. They all agreed to go forward with this. When you took all that money from Mariam Adelson, when you take millions of dollars from Mariam Adelson, when you sit there and giggle.
Yeah, family. I just wanted to play that. If you want to go check out Sabby, and she go all the way through it. And then I said, "Oh, you did? Okay, I got it, Deborah. I got it. I'm gonna pull it up." That's what I was trying to tell people. She was the darling, but now she against him, and you see how everybody mad about it. And that's why I was just pulling that up. Like, everybody's not agreeing with. So when we was being told, "Oh, the media don't be manipulated," that's the point I was trying to make. You can see it here, but see, we won't think they won't manipulate it up at the top. And I was listening to when people were saying about the draft. Oh, the draft not coming. Like, see, that's what I be saying, when you don't be so closed-minded. You got to look at it from both sides. And that's what I don't get from the Republican or the Democrat. Like, how they be scared to look at it from the both sides. And that's what it just be like, listen. I feel like this. It shouldn't be us to go. We should send her, and she gonna get, like I said, if you watch that video, it's like 10 minutes something, 11 minutes something left. She go get deeper and tell you, when they tell you how she break it down, like doing Vietnam, how they went to the poor communities. They said they learned after the Civil War that they didn't want to try to send the rich. They didn't want to send their kids and none of that. And that's what the point I was trying to say. Like, no, we shouldn't be able that. They shouldn't be able. You gonna start a war and we gonna send no. And that's what even that's losing. Like they say 6. I do believe her. I believe it's more. It's more. I don't believe it's just 6. Like she trying. I mean, they trying to put it out there, but that's what our news would do. They gonna cover up the facts, as they assume they don't want to. Damn, I gotta go back and get back up on here. Yeah, let me get back on. Yeah, I mean, I look at it. Oh, let me come back. It still won't let me find that page. Why is it having a hard time getting Facebook this morning? This is done. Oh, there we go. I'm finna get to it. Let me get to it. 1 second. Let me get to it. I see what you put up here, Devil. Let me see. Oh wow, I got it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But see, we'll get people who won't believe this. But let me put this up for y'all. We'll get people who will deny this. As you can see, this the Hill. It says Gallup will no longer measure presidential approval after 88 years. Why is that? Why is not doing that no more? What we want to stop that for? Like, what's the purpose of that? 88, our soldiers can't win in the month. And they know they're going to have to put boots on the ground. That's why I don't be wanting to hear like some of that stuff. Let me see. Representative Cynthia McKinney said all of Congress has to sign a pledge to protect Israel at all costs. Wow. And Ms. Gladys, a uniparty. But you know who the people on the bottom get confused. Ones down here, I'm a liberal, I'm a conservative. But the ones at the top, they ain't hurting themselves. But then but family, we just gonna be honest. See that mentality that you seeing how they covering up, and man, like I say that, man, I want to play the rest of that video because it goes more back into it, and that's what I be getting. That's why, like, I was frustrated when we sitting up here. Well, we finna go send our kids to go fight a war. We ain't stopping none of the racism that's going on here. We not stopping that. I can play another video to show you when how they did. I can show you more how the blacks been treated and we done fought in every war. Can sit up here and tell you think I want to go fight to keep the same stuff going on here? As far as we can still lynch a brother, and then the courts can say, oh, the corner. I mean, you can have the exam. I mean, listen, you can have the corner of them and be like, oh, it was suicide. But we supposed to be all right with that. We also going over there to fight for sundown towns. You heard what Brother Elliot said. His father was in the war, couldn't even come down to the Capitol Theater. That's why he won't even mess with it. But we're gonna forget about that. You want us to fight in every last war you got. And hell, you don't think that was bad to the brothers when they was over in Vietnam? They getting called niggas. Y'all don't think nothing wrong with that? But we'll have a person. That's what I say. All the stuff Trump doing. I see so many times how people will sit up there overlook what Trump said. Overlook with it. Well, you can't take you can't separate who he is. Just like when Trevor said, well, it's consequences. Oh, it's consequences. There's been consequences since we've been on here. And that's the point that I was trying to get when we was going back and forth about the first thing he said. Well, over here it said that the school bomb. It was them that did it. Sometime you have to take the blinders off and see what's really going on. And I think that's a lot of time we don't want to take our blinders off. We getting caught up in it. Getting caught up right in it. Now, is we fighting for us or we fighting for somebody else? That was somebody else saying, as far as being true, was true. Oh, he got family in. His family came up from out of town. So he just went ahead, he just took the what's the name off. Y'all ran him off when we went to talking about Trump. No, I'm just playing. No, he He's FMLA. Yeah, he's on FMLA. Let me see. Muhammad Ali said it's those people are our enemy. Our enemies are right here. In facts, but you know what people know, how we your enemy. Look how we living here. You don't even listen, family. Go look at some of them Gulf countries, that how they feel right now. Yeah, just think about it. They came back and said, listen, you got the president saying that Lindsey Graham, Lord have mercy. Have y'all, let me go pull up Lindsey Graham. Let me tell you, now if you can't tell me these are some wicked people. These is wickedness right here. Don't know, man, have y'all looked at Lindsey Graham, man, on, let me get y'all Lindsey Graham. Let me tell y'all think this dude ain't a nut job right here. Let me pull this up. I know people gonna be mad. You know, like I said, and what I was showing you earlier, you know, I try to get it from both sides, the Republicans and I don't want to just let y'all know. Because Saturday Sab, I'm not saying she a Democrat, she not. She might be a liberal, but who she was showing you, Tucker Carlson, who they was talking about, not a liberal. So we getting it from the people. Let me pull up this brother for you. Let me pull up this one for y'all right here.
South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. Well, I kind of figure you pissed off at least half of Western Europe and most of the Middle East last night, and probably half of America that you don't care about anyway. So I give you another chance. But my interview with Steve Witkoff, I think, gets to the heart of the matter, and that is. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, it does, and you know, I'm not trying to piss anybody off. I'm just trying to be honest. I've thought for a long time that the Iranian regime, if they had a nuclear weapon, would use it. The single best thing President Trump did, and the most important thing since 1979 regarding the Iranian regime, was to send Steve and Jared to try to get a deal. If they really wanted peaceful nuclear power, Donald Trump would have delivered. He would have done it for free. What did we learn during these negotiations? They said no. And the biggest dumbass move in the history of the Iranian regime was to tell Steve and Jared, oh, by the way, we have 460 kilograms of 60% uranium that could make 10 bombs. They thought they were talking to Obama and Biden. And if Obama and Biden's negotiator heard that, they would have wet their pants. They'd run back to Obama and Biden. Oh, my God, we got to do a deal. They're on the verge of a nuclear weapon. What did Trump do? He said, very interesting. When they told him that they're weeks away from having enough enriched uranium to make 10 bombs, Trump went the other way. So what happened here is that when President Trump understood they were that close to having a nuclear weapon, he acted. And thank God he did. Now, after Midnight Hammer, when we blew up their enrichment facilities, what did we learn? They went back into the enrichment business. These people are homicidal maniacs. They want a nuclear weapon and they would use it. They're religious Nazis. But the most important thing said, and this whole episode was on your show tonight, when Steve Witkoff tells the world that the Iranians admitted to him they had enough 60% enriched uranium to make 10 bombs. There is no commercial purpose for uranium beyond 20%. You don't go to 60% unless you're trying to make a bomb. You can have nuclear power without enrichment, but you can't have a nuclear weapon without enrichment. So when they told Donald Trump that, he did the opposite of what Obama and Biden did. He set in motion an end to the regime's quest for a nuclear weapon. It was the single dumbest thing Iran could have done, is to tell us how much material they had that could make 10 weapons, believing that Trump was Obama and Biden. What did they learn? Trump is not Obama and Biden. So why did we act? We had to. If we waited much longer, they would have gone to 90% and the world would be held hostage. You worry about gas prices? Let me tell you what the world would be like if Iran had 10 nuclear weapons. it would be miserable. They'd hold us all hostage, and eventually they would destroy the state of Israel. One Holocaust is enough. Why has Israel been doing what they're doing? They believe the Ayatollah when he.
Once again, and that's Lindsey Graham for you. Lindsey Graham. Now, and that's the point that I was saying. Don't put your mind how you saying. They was assuming that they wasn't even finna attack them. They got and you wonder why they got nuclear, if they is getting nuclear weapons now. Ding dong, you attack them. That's what it's just like when you see some of these people, and do Lindsey Graham have kids? Is his kids gonna go to war? I put money if you had told Lindsey Graham he had to go on that front line, he'd piss on himself. And that's what I be meaning by when you having these billionaires and people deciding, but like I say, look at it, we are considered pawns to them on the chessboard. You consider pawns. Like he know he ain't finna have to go fight no war. And you see what he said. If it was Obama, if it was Biden, it just show you these people. That's what I'm saying. So he ain't got to worry about if he lose some kids over there. See, he ain't worrying about that. That's why I don't want to hear nobody with no kids. And you telling me you'll go, no, Iran is already planned for this, like Afghanistan kicked our behind before, get ready. Yeah, but this just show you they minds, where they minds at. Yeah, right. He talking about taking over Cuba. Facts, concrete jungle. This is what I'm saying. This is what they want to go do. He don't care about if somebody lose their life. U.S. always use fear strategies to control the American people to justify war. Take a president out of his own country. Facts. And they act like that wasn't right with that. What I've been seeing on the internet, a lot of Iranians want to go home after the war to rebuild. The ones that was exiled, Katie, let's be honest. See, because now we talking about you saying the ones that was exiled. See, we don't want to talk about how when British was running it, and then they did the coup, what happened to the Shah of Iran. See, we ain't gonna talk the real. You cannot keep having, you can't keep having the Western powers putting in these puppet dictators. See, we not being honest with that, Katie. They wouldn't have had a revolution where the Ayatollahs came in if you didn't have the Shah of Iran and how they was suppressing the people. See, we ain't gonna talk about that time. See, when we be looking at these certain families, like when you look at the Adellas or whatever, them be like maybe 10,000 over 8 million people that be living good. But y'all be thinking, I'm just saying, but somehow America feel like that's cool, where you can put in these regimes, these dictator regimes in that might have been trained in school by the American or the British. I'm saying we're not being honest with it. So when that happened, even with Cuba, when Fidel took over, go just think about how it was before. Ain't nobody what you gonna see is America. See, we keep playing, and you don't see it now because we not looking at it. But believe me, all that Lindsey Graham coming on, acting like how it's going good. I was listening to some of the people, the gas prices going up, telling them, well, you know, that's nothing. Do you ever remember with the first Iraq war? I mean, when we went in Iraq, Afghanistan, what happened? Gas was under $1, up to something. They not even looking at gas steady going up. It's not hurting rich people because they can afford it. But what about the little man? But you know what they're gonna do? Well, let's start a war. We can go ahead. That's another way we can probably knock off some people, get knocked off. Don't be caring. And that's my humble opinion. Winters, this war might be, we've been over in the Middle East for 20-some years. But what they showing you, Trump was a fool. They talk about Biden was a fool. Trump really is the real fool. He letting people come tell him, and look where we bogged down. Go look at the Gulf countries, how they mad right now. We going out of interceptors. See, the UAE sent out monthly stipend checks to every citizen. It ain't changed, yeah, but they did it to more. But the UAE probably more friendlier to the United States, because if you go look at Muammar Gaddafi was doing the same thing to his people. But see, what we go by, we letting our leaders tell us who evil when we can look right here and say, damn, look at Flint. They governor not, Governor Snyder wasn't evil. He got people bathing in bad water, drinking poison water. But see, we can't see that. We ain't gonna say them people bad. No, we're gonna say, well, the money came to Flint. You didn't do right by it. And to me, them some of the foolish people, but you can go blow 10 million over here. I mean, 10 billion over here. You can sit up there and say, well, you know, we can't give y'all, we can't give the people health care. That's what I'm saying. We have our own citizens. And it goes back to what Lyndon Johnson said. It goes right back to what he said. Goes right back to what he said. And you got people defending this, what Trump did. Like I told Trevor before, well, let me come over here and take you out your house and see how you like it. Not gonna like it. The only thing we can say, they want to kill Americans. Why they want to kill Americans? If you wasn't over there, they probably wouldn't want to kill you. Same thing with what was they saying in Vietnam, telling us to go home. But see, we don't want to talk about that. When you can go over in other people countries, take them over, then put who y'all want to put in. Then want to, like I say, look at, and then able to sit back, like I tell you with Hillary Clinton, I don't even know how. We got some satanic people that's running this country. I'm just telling, started a war, but don't even care about the Epstein file. They remind us every year, but the Holocaust in Germany, but 50 million was genocided in the Congo and South Africa, and they never spoke on it. No, they're not going to speak on it. They're not going to speak on it. They're not going to speak on it. They're going to come with that same rhetoric, and you're going to have their people believing whatever happened. Oh, they want to kill us. Oh, well, did you go over there? Did you try to topple their leader? Did you do this? No, we didn't do this. Get over there. Then you be want to hear people, don't call me a baby killer. What you mean don't call you a baby killer? If y'all went over there and killed kids, you kill kids. But see, what the thing is, you let somebody tell you can go kill people and it's justifiable. We seen them killing kids here. Like that ain't nothing new if they go in another country. No, they took that same. And did y'all know, man, all the different rapes they be going on when they come into them, when they be taking over them countries, man, don't tell you about a lot of the stuff that be going on in the military. They don't tell y'all a lot of the stuff when they over their wartime what be going on. We saw Platoon. Then you wondering when them people come back, they be so messed up from being in war. Then you want me to believe, oh, they ain't gonna lie. Our government won't lie to us. Hell, they put cocaine here. And the best thing, well, you don't supposed to use it. Why put it out there? That's just like with this so-called GMO, food, fake. But why would you put it out there if you know this what the poor people gonna eat? Why do it? But you know what, Denise, we get so confused by these people in these positions. And we allow them to trick us. That's just like when they shut the country down. Just think about it. Had people go take the miracle shot, everybody had to go get it, only to find out you didn't need it. When you weren't supposed to been able to, but this is the stuff that we go through. And you see how easily we be fooled. Then when you seeing complications or anything, can't nobody say. I'm just saying, that's why I said the magical, the wonder drug. Can't talk about that. You do that, they knock you off. I don't know how long we're going to be able to talk about this war and stuff like I'm showing y'all, just showing different people different shows I'll be watching. But see, you ain't going to have people to pull up stuff like that. That ain't the type of stuff they really want to be seen. Because they want you to go along with the get along. I'm just only showing y'all, reason I be showing that because this is really what's going on a small level. Just like you saw here when Liddell and Candace then was sick in the police on the residence. But y'all still pray. But y'all I feel when said, what y'all clapping y'all hand for? Yeah, facts, Miss Lorraine, they do. They become starstruck and overeducated. Facts. But they don't want to believe. That's why you can see some of the stuff. You can see people that been and played them and get offended. Oh, let me rephrase it. A person, you can show a person. I'm just saying, some of these people idols in this city, and we know this is we know people love idols. You can see these people idols can do something nasty to you. They will overlook it and be like, that's still a good person. I'm telling you what I know. I done seen it. I'm just ain't gonna call them out. Y'all done seen it. You see Winters catching hit. Well, she ain't, you know, Winters don't care about it. Don't care about it. That's why she pulled it up when she said about how y'all dealing with this over here. Because it's about money. We seen it when Michael Bloomberg, look, you had Santino. Everybody was running because they're gonna run to where the money at. Person giving me 5,000. I don't know what the person was getting paid. I'm just saying allegedly, but if I could make 5,000 a month, you hear 4 months, 5 months, or whatever, and make that, I'm not gonna go for it. You saw your entertainers, Beyonce, them. They only went with Kamala because she paid them. You seeing your people that act. I mean, the different people why they, because mostly time, family, is somebody getting paid to do something. Don't never get that twisted. People are getting paid. Don't never get that twisted. You can believe that if you want. I done seen people that, like I said, if you read Jordan Sheraton book, if you read the book, you'll be looking at everybody different. They're our master manipulators, and they do it with a smile. Facts. According to the CIA, they have, they might do. People are, you know, hey, they might do. But that, like I said, get that book. What is it called? A medical apartheid or medical monopoly. I might be saying it wrong. I remember I had it, but go get that book, and that'll break a lot of stuff out to you. But yet we still see that, and people still don't want to listen to it. Do you know if you go to these other countries, some of the food that they serve here, they do not serve over there? I'll just be watching some of the stuff they be showing, like it's dangerous foods, like the dye. What is it, number 9? All the different stuff, our pops. Like, do you think people, family, we got a lot of homework to do. We are dropped. They dropped us right with some straight up devils. But family, I've been on here with y'all for an hour and a half. I got to get up out of here. I'm going to see y'all tonight. As you can see, Winter said she got so much stuff she finna tell on. She finna come out, call people out. But I'm just going to say to the people who running, and y'all know who y'all is, clean up y'all Facebook social media page, because people going to judge you by that. I don't care what you say. People going to judge you by how they see you acting out here. Whether you like it or not, people going to judge you by how you acting out here. If you ain't got thick skin, get out the race. Because I'm pretty sure people going to be pulling up a lot of stuff on individuals. So if you got some boo-boos on your social media page, clear them up. Clear them up. I'm just saying, clear them up. Peace.